Afternoon, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Lee Chidenshin. I am the Director of Sales for the HVAC market at Kinetics Noise Control. I cover the US and Canada as my territory, and our product focus is vibration isolation, wind and seismic restraint. Today we're going to be talking about a product called the KCI, which is a new product we're getting ready to release at Kinetics. We're going to make this a short and sweet presentation today. I know everyone's time is valuable, so I'll try and get everyone back to their busy schedules as quickly as possible. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please put them in the chat box, and I'll try to address those before I sign off at the end. So the KCI isolator essentially is stands for Kinetics Compact Isolator, KCI. And Kinetics has had a little bit of a hole in its offering when it comes to a small, lightweight designed wind and seismic restrained isolator for a long time. So we're really excited to bring the KCI into our product offering in that market. So it's a compact, lightweight design, as you saw from the picture. It's made of extremely lightweight materials. It can come with two mounting options. It can come with a post-style mounting option, which means it has a threaded bolt. We'll get into that, show you some pictures of that. It also has an angle style top plate as well. So it gives you some options around mounting the isolator to the equipment. It does utilize Kinetics' smallest spring family. So in order to stick with the compact design, we used the smallest springs we have on offer. It has a strong snubbing capacity, and it's great for lightweight to medium-sized equipment. So obviously with restrained spring isolators, they're classified as an ASHRAE Type 4, and this is kind of a snapshot of the current Kinetics offering. These are big restrained spring isolators. This is currently our smallest offering, and as you can see, it has quite a beefy size restraint top plate on there. And we're trying to give more of an option to something that's a little smaller, more compact, and streamlined. So to give you a concept of size difference, this is the FHS isolator right here with its big, beefy top plate restraint element. Here you can see we're 1.5 inches shorter to the top plate. It's using a much smaller spring and much lighter weight plated steel material. And this picture itself does show the angled top plate. So when it comes to different options, the post type is going to basically have a flat plate with a threaded post coming out of the top. That is meant for equipment that essentially has mounting holes already in it. So you can put the isolator through the mounting holes of the equipment, under the equipment, and set it on top of the threaded bolt that sticks out the top. Or if your equipment doesn't really have the ability to mount to a bolt, we have this angle option where you can tech screw or bolt into the equipment through the angle on the side, or weld the equipment also if that's a preferable method. As you can see, we have snubbing elements on two snubbing elements either side of the spring, and this is a 3-axis snubber. So it gives you a 1/4 inch movement by code in any direction that would include up or down. And then there is a neoprene pad mounted under the spring, offering this isolator as what we would call dual deflection. So the reason we do dual deflection is because when the equipment starts up, often the frequency from the equipment varies during startup and shutdown. The spring is going to handle the optimum vibration at peak performance of the equipment, but during that ramp up and ramp down period of the equipment, we have a neoprene pad under the spring to kind of help with different frequencies of vibration from getting through to the space. So this is a good snapshot of both offerings in the KCI family here. So with the 1-inch deflection spring family, obviously we're going to have the angled version, and this is going to offer a 35-pound spring all the way up to an 805-pound spring. Then with the 2-inch option, the 2-inch deflection option, the operating height goes up about 1 inch because we are using a bigger spring family. So this housing slightly larger. This is going to offer a 100-pound capacity all the way up to 1,975-pound capacity. So we have a good range of spring family here. The same thing would be in effect for the post type, 35-pound 1-inch spring all the way up to 805 1-inch spring, and then with the 2-inch 100-pound spring up to a 1975. So with the snubbing restraints, the restraint capacity, you're going to get about a 1,600 pounds vertical restraint capacity from the isolator and 1,000 pounds horizontal restraint capacity. So again, these two snubbing elements, we try to get them as low as possible to help with the overturning forces, and it does offer good snubbing. The way this works is obviously when under normal operation, when the weight of the equipment is pushing down on the top plate, the spring is compressed and is absorbing the vibration at that time. The snubbing elements, as you can see here, are actually floating. So you have a snubber here and a snubber here, and then this rubber snubber that goes through a hole that is a quarter inch larger than the snubbing element that goes through. So in any direction, you're going to hit the snubber, quarter-inch movement in either direction. If there's uplift forces on the isolator, this bottom snubber right here is going to engage the housing, and also from a downward motion as well, this snubbing element is going to be restrained right on the housing. The snubbing elements are rubber, so under light wind forces, if the isolator is, the wind is pushing the equipment and the snubbers are engaged, the vibration isn't going to transmit all the way through the housing back down to the space. In other words, we're not going to short circuit the vibration at any time with the snubbing elements being completely rubber. One of the things we are going to be doing a lot of with this isolator is offering it for condensing farms. So we often see applications where multiple residential style condensing units, maybe it's a mixed use property, that they put what they call condensing farms on the roof. The issue with these condensing farms are that the equipment do operate at the same frequency, and they resonate, and they almost harmonize with each other, and they cause serious vibration back to the space. So with these lightweight isolators, we can actually design like a grid system to support under the isolators and support these smaller types of equipment in a grid system. So that is basically the summary of the KCI isolator. We are going to have these things in our shop in stock coming up next month. So we will look to roll these out and start shipping the product mid to late July. And we're really excited to have an offering that fits a gap that we have right now with regards to much larger isolators that are offered at Kinetics. So we're excited for everyone to get access to this. Thanks for your time, and we're excited about the KCI isolator. Thank you.